I see it all the time, and it's really frustrating for me when I see first time buyers and people getting a mortgage making the same silly mistakes that quite often either cost them their dream home or finding the exact mortgage that is best for them that will enable them to get the home that they want. So, I'm going to just talk you through a few things to stop, start, and continue when you're either getting your first home or remortgaging. Hi, my name is Anthony Lindsay, and I make these videos to just share information with you that you don't make silly mistakes. You don't make the same mistakes that I see people make time and time again when they're either getting their first home or remortgaging. And quite often, this happens because people don't speak to a mortgage broker soon enough. So, I'm going to go through a few things that you need to stop, start, and continue to ensure that you get the very best mortgage deal for you. So the first thing that you want to stop doing is applying for credit and or paying late. So applying for credit and paying late. So one of the key things with getting a mortgage is going to be your credit profile. Not your credit score, your credit profile. What does that mean? That means it's how you pay your bills. It is possible to have a high credit score, but recently have missed some payments. And if you've missed payments or if you've had late payments, it will impact the mortgage products that you can get because not every lender is going to lend or offer a mortgage to someone that has missed a payment within the last couple of months. So you want to make sure that you stop applying for credit and make sure that you don't miss any payments or have any late payments. When you look at your credit report, make sure that there's no CCJs, defaults, or anything like that on there. If they are on there, you want to try to clear them, especially if they're smaller balances. I frequently hear people say, well, it's going to fall off my credit soon, or I saw this program online where you don't actually have to pay the debts. It's going to cost you in the long run. It's better to use some of your savings, some of your deposit, and clear those small debts than to have them on there and dispute them and just be standing on the principle that you were right. So the first thing that you want to stop doing is applying for credit, and you want to make sure that you're paying your credit on time. If you want to make sure you get the very best rate and very best product for you based on your circumstances, is you want to start gathering and reviewing your documents. So you want to gather and review your documents. In order to get a mortgage, you're going to need to provide a few things to the lender. And in my experience, this is one of the things that delays everything. Even when someone comes to me and says, I need a mortgage yesterday because I've already had an agreement, an offer accepted from a seller. And then you're waiting 3, 4 days for them to produce things that they can produce just by logging in online. So, as you prepare to apply for a mortgage, which you should do 6 months before you're actually ready, as you prepare, gather your documents. So, you're gathering your documents, you're getting your credit report. So, get your credit report from checkmyfile.com. And then you go to a broker. Don't start looking for a house yet. Don't start, fantasizing about this property that you've seen on Zoopla or Rightmove. First, you want to make sure that you can get a mortgage and how much of a mortgage you can get. So, thing number two that you want to do in preparing to get the very best mortgage for you and making sure that you don't make any silly mistakes is you want to start to review and gather your documents, and you want to start the conversation with your mortgage broker. So, you want to engage with the mortgage broker early. So, what you want to continue doing in your journey to get the very best product for you is searching for your dream home. You've already talked to a mortgage broker, you already understand how much of a mortgage you can get. You is start looking for the dream home because, believe it or not, it takes longer than you think to purchase a property. To purchase a property takes 4 to 6 months from the time that you have an offer approved. And the housing market can be quite competitive, especially for those dream homes. So it takes a long time in most cases to find the home that you want. So, thing number three to do is continue searching for that dream home. And if you have a broker that actually offers a negotiation service, let them negotiate the purchase for you because they'll be able to find things that maybe you'll miss. They'll ask questions and ensure that you get the very best price and the very best product. How do you prepare for a mortgage? That's a great question. People always ask me. And quite often, despite understanding intuitively what they should be doing to prepare for a mortgage, people don't do it. So, thing number one you want to do is tidy up your bank statements. Tidy up your bank statements if you're looking for a mortgage. You don't want random direct debits and standing orders coming out because everything on your bank statement will be scrutinized by both the broker and the lender. So make sure that you review your bank statement. You should be doing that every 6 months anyway, because quite often we purchase things and maybe that puts us on an auto payment and it's a small payment. We don't even realize that we're paying $6.99 for some insurance that we didn't even want or need. So you should review your bank statement every 6 months. Look at everything that's coming out, anything that's a duplicate. Another thing that I find happens a lot is people might have homeowners insurance that has content insurance. That content insurance might cover their laptop and their phone, but then on top of that, they are also paying for some other insurance for their laptop or their phone. The other thing that you want to do is check your credit report. When you're preparing to get a mortgage, one of the most important things that you can do is check your credit report. And I'm not talking about the one that you get from your bank or just the standalone Equifax or the standalone Experian. The best place to check and review your full credit profile is with Check My File. I don't get anything for telling you that. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. It's just that I know, and most brokers use Check My File because it's a comprehensive credit report. It's going to give us all three bureaus. It's going to tell us if you're on the voters roll. It's going to tell us about searches. It's going to tell us everything that we need to assess what might be a problem for you as you progress in the mortgage journey. So, what you want to make sure you do, check your credit report and speak to a mortgage broker. Most mortgage brokers will be more than happy to speak to you, even if you're just in that stage of exploring what you may qualify for. What I do is I offer a free mortgage capacity report. So, a mortgage capacity report is going to tell you how much you can borrow now. And if you're a little bit short on where you want to be, so for the house that you want to purchase, maybe you're a little bit short based on where you are now. I'll also give you a step by step game plan on how to get where you need to be. Most brokers are going to go to the same lenders. The thing that's going to make the difference is the service. And this is why I make these videos. This is why I always try to engage with people well before they're ready, that they can see the level of service that I deliver. So as a tip, if you find it hard to get in contact with the broker, or they don't answer your questions, or it takes a really long time for them to answer your questions, you may want to consider going to someone else, because a mortgage is only as fast as the slowest person. And the last person you want to be slow is your broker. In a nutshell, if you are looking to get a mortgage and you need a mortgage broker, you can reach out. My name is Anthony Lindsay. All of the information will be in the description. I do free mortgage capacity reports. So what that means is I will tell you how much you can borrow without doing a credit check, without doing an application. I can get you your agreement in principle. And one of the unique things about the way that our firm works, when we get you an agreement in principle, unlike some brokers and some banks, we are going to do all of the due diligence upfront, that we can make sure that there's going to be no nasty surprises, because an agreement in principle is fantastic. And in most cases, you're going to need one before you can make an offer on on a property. However, an agreement in principle that does not convert into a mortgage offer is a waste of everybody's time. So always work with a broker that's going to maybe ask you a few more questions up front before they get you the agreement in principle, because then you can have the confidence that that agreement in principle will actually convert into a full mortgage offer, which is what you want. My name is Anthony Lindsay. If you're looking for a broker, or if you have a friend or family member who wants to speak to a mortgage broker about what they may be able to borrow and what products are out there, please share my details. If you have young people in your home who just feel that they're trapped and will never be able to get a mortgage, I'd really encourage you to connect them with me, that I can do a free consultation with them. I can talk them through how mortgages work. I can tell them what they qualify for now, and how to get to where they want to be. Please talk to them about the Lifetime ISA product. It's a great product for first time buyers who are not planning on buying within the next 12 months and have reviewed the terms of a lifetime ISA. It's a great product if used properly. If you don't use it properly, then it can be quite risky because the penalties are quite high. I'm not giving financial advice, I'm not giving legal advice or tax advice. Just sharing information and how to get the very best mortgage that you qualify for based on your circumstances. I appreciate you watching, and make sure you share, make sure you like, but more importantly, make sure you subscribe, because this is a really small channel and each subscription tells YouTube that what I am providing is useful to you and may be useful to other people.